Hi, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't uploaded for seemingly ages. I've just been playing a lot of Pokemon Sword. So anyway, I was having this conversation with a mate the other day about kind of in the noughties, hate that word. My washing machine's going, you might hear a funny noise in the background. We were discussing reality TV, British reality TV. Back in the noughties, the kind of reality TV that I would have grown up with during my pre-teen to teenage years. And we were just discussing how bang out of order most of it was. It kind of was just bullying people on national TV. I don't think if you could have the same shows nowadays, they'd be able to air, or Ofcom would probably get like 50,000 complaints or something. I'm not sure if half of these shows still do air. We were kind of saying to each other how it's no wonder when we were teenagers, along with all the other pressures that come with your weight and yada, 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 we live in a society, right? But it's also no wonder that we thought putting on weight is one of the worst things that can happen to you, because overweight people on TV were treated like zoo animals. I'm not joking. We had shows like Super Size, Super Skinny, Secret Eaters, Fat Families. Fat Families, I think the presenter on that one used to say things like, oh yes, you're a bit porky, or what. I'm very sure. We always had Anna Richardson doing all sorts of diets all of the time. For some reason, once she did the baby food diet, I watched that as a teenager and thought, there's a stunning idea, eating baby food to lose weight. I can't believe I'm going to admit this on the internet, but that's still something that ticks in my head a little bit. I don't have any babies, no intention of having babies, but sometimes at the shops I'll find myself in the baby food aisle thinking, oh, I need to lose a few pounds. That's how much this stuff kind of sticks in your head. Secret Eaters, where they would have people go on and say, right, why do you think you're putting on weight? And the person would be like, I don't understand. I just eat a nice jacket potato for lunch, maybe some grilled chicken for dinner. I don't understand. And then they put cameras in their homes to film people secretly snacking throughout the night or eating extra calories that they were. This video isn't about weight. I'm just saying as an example. Then these people would get mocked a bit. So it's no wonder some of us grew up with problematic attitudes towards eating, shall we say. But it's not just about weight, it's also about appearance, and that's what we're going to look at today. There is a show called Snog, Marry, Avoid. I'm still not sure as to whether people applied to be on the show or people, they found, producers found these people and approached them to go on the show, but we're going to watch some clips because essentially this show was bullying, and I think it would be interesting to look back at it with a more adult lens. From what I can remember, they'd find people who were really, who looked quite outrageous, but were really vain and narcissistic about it. And then the presenter would go around the streets and show people pictures of this person and be like, would you want a date with them? And the people would just always be like, no, they look rotten. Imagine going on TV and then being told that you look really fucking ugly. I want to look through. So, Snog, Marry, Avoid. And I want to make this a whole series of looking back at old reality TV and just being amazed with how they got away with it. The queen of charity shops has slug eyebrows. Snog, Marry, Avoid.
Hey, I'm Jasmine and I'm from Newport and I am the queen of the charity shop. I would describe my style as crazy. These are looking pretty good now. Vintage. I really like it. Completely over the top and majorly colourful.
My immediate reaction is she doing that for a joke? But it was a different time. I'm not sure what time it was, but it was a different time. It was a different era. When it boils down to it, yeah. When you're younger, you might think, oh, that person looks crazy. Is it hurting anyone? No, it's not. Maybe she just likes her eyebrows being that big. Maybe she's faked it to get on the show. I don't know. But those eyebrows, they're not hurting anyone, and really thick eyebrows are back in fashion, so maybe she was just a pioneer.
Bargain hunting is literally my life. I always seem to attract the weird men.
He dresses like my grandma would dress up.
And it's vintage. Ever since I can remember, I've wanted to be different.
Fall on that girl's mate though, because now it's actually kind of cool to be sustainable and shop vintage. So
I think the bigger the eyebrows, the more confident I feel, especially when I go out.
do you know what? I think this is quite indicative of the time, actually, because I remember my eyebrows, they weren't like that, but the harsh, those eyebrows are clearly drawn on look. I think I went through something like that when I was a bit younger, actually. So
If I'm going to a mad rave or something, they tend to sweat off my face. So I do have to top them up sometimes.
her sense of style actually looked fine, but I do live in East London, so it's nothing like other, like, who cares? Good for her.
I'm here to meet Jasmine at this charity shop, but it looks like she's just having a wander around trying to get some vintage bits first.
I remember this presenter, and I used to not like her. I'm not sure why. This was during a time in my life where I just didn't like anything. I was about 18, just didn't like anything. Still don't really, but I'm just less harsh about things now.
Jasmine, you look like you're playing that game where you have to put on as many clothes as you can in a minute.
I don't think I look like I'm playing a game.
There's a lot of
I love
everything.
it. I think the more the better.
I mean, we haven't even started on the eyebrows yet.
The more I look at her, the more I think she is actually well Brick Lane. She won't look at our place in a vintage shop down there, so it's fine. What's the big deal?
Why are you here then, woman?
Because I want to get a boyfriend.
I love it, but I want a man.
I need to tone down a bit.
Oh no, don't tone yourself down for some bloke. What? Have some belief in yourself. Find someone who is as brightly coloured and bushy, drawn-on eyebrows as you.
Good luck, have fun, enjoy.
Let me in, Pod!
I am Pod, the personal overhaul device. Who are you?
Right, so this pod thing was weird. It was like Hal, but not like Hal at all.
Hi, Pod. I'm Jasmine.
Jasmine looks a little bit like a pirate. I like that. Where is she now? They should do a Where Are They Now? Snog Marry Avoid edition.
Eyebrow alert! Eyebrow alert! Pod computes they're the largest eyebrows I've ever seen.
They're amazing. What do you mean?
They're amazingly ridiculous.
No.
Compared to some of the people that used to go on this show, she actually seems quite nice, so lay off her eyebrows, mush.
Pod computes you look like a pantomime dame.
No, I don't. I look amazing and colourful.
That's it, we love to see the self-confidence around here.
To get ready, do you cover yourself in glue and roll around in bins?
What do you... no, that's just ridiculous.
Why does this computer have so much attitude? If a robot spoke to me that way, I'd short circuit them.
Why do you want to stand out so much?
Because I'm a triplet and I have two brothers and they are always stealing my limelight. And I just looked like the odd one out and it wasn't really very fair.
You definitely look a bit odd now, and it's not very fair on us. Let's run public analysis.
Here we go, nothing like the court of public opinion, the judgment from the everyday Joe.
I asked the general public if they wanted to snog, marry, or avoid this girl. What do you think they said?
Snog?
I would avoid her because her makeup makes her look like a drag queen.
See what I mean? Nowadays, in 2021, there's more social awareness. People probably won't mind, you know, being compared to drag queens. Drag makeup is an art in of itself, yeah? It's just like a different type of makeup. It's just a different type of look. Back in the noughties, late noughties, whatever, there was much less social awareness, much less like access or acknowledgement in the public sphere of these kinds of things. So that bloke meant it completely in a nasty way, obviously. But this is what I mean by noughties, late noughties, whatever, reality TV. Where this Jasmine girl, she's just existing and she's been slagged off by some bloke on the street.
I would avoid her because her makeup makes her look like a clown.
Thanks.
I would avoid her because she's trying way too hard to stand out, and I'm not a fan of her massive caterpillar eyebrows.
Now, I'm sure some people are going to say, well, she knew what she was signing up for, going on Snog, Marry, Avoid. But is that an excuse to let people have free reign to just be nasty? There's constructive criticism, right? There's constructive criticism. And then there's just insulting someone. So, oh, but Alizee, sometimes you insult people. Not really. I think the most I say is you're being a bit dumb. Which isn't calling people dumb. It's just saying they're acting a bit dumb. There's a clear distinction. And sometimes Shane Dawson acts a bit dumb. That's all I'm saying.
Caterpillars.
In fact, 100% of the public wanted to avoid you.
Are you serious, Paz?
Imagine what that would do for the old self-esteem. People know what they sign up for when they go on reality TV. I would argue that maybe they don't, because I think there's only so much your brain can really understand when it comes to numbers. Like, the idea of being seen by millions of people, I don't think you can really quantify that properly in your head so that it means something. There's a difference between thinking you can handle something and then the reality of, oh wow, there's millions of people out there who have just seen me get roasted on TV. You know? Which is why nowadays, apparently, there's more emphasis on helping, like the aftercare, the mental health aftercare of being on reality TV. But back then, I don't think it was really a thing.
It's time to run the make under in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
All right, sure, she looks like someone that could work at Topshop now. But if all that makeup was making her happy, who is anyone else to say, hey, don't do that? No, you're not having it.
I would snog her because her outfit looks great and she's got nice legs.
Woo.
I just had to look to see if this show was still running. It ran from 2008 to 2013 because of course you couldn't have it nowadays. Just random blokes in the public on TV being like, yeah, I'd give her one.
I would slug her. She has a pretty face.
Aww.
I'd definitely marry her. She looks sweet, natural, and she's a good-looking girl.
Yay.
Hooray! This girl has more worth in society now because some bloke said that they would snog her.
Jasmine, you've gone from 100% avoid to 100% snog or marry.
Yay.
You are a beautiful girl, aren't you?
You are a condescending machine, aren't you?
She's hoping to impress friends and family and, above all, her dad.
I'm hoping she'll look a lot more sophisticated.
Because that is all any little girl should aspire to impress their overbearing fathers. Liberty loves it when you judge her. Snog, marry, avoid. Let's have a little look at this. I hope she's really aggressive.
Hi guys, I'm Liberty. Number 1, please judge me. Number 2, please hate me. Because number 3, I love it.
Legend.
What gives me the drive and the urge to do this is that I couldn't give a what people think. If I walk down the street and someone dirty looks at me, that urges me on to do more. I'm like, yes, feed it. Come on, feed it.
That is what one should aspire to. So why is this girl on the show where they're going to try and take that away from her? I think it's a good thing to not give a fuck about how other people view your appearance. It don't matter really, does it? If you're not hurting anyone else, who cares?
She might cry.
Pod, I would like my daughter back in the way she looks her best, which is natural.
Pod, please, just one thing. Bite me.
The girl highlighter. I don't think I knew that highlighter was a thing. 2008, 12 years ago.
Why are you coming to see Pod?
My mum does a lot for me, like a lot for me, and I feel I owe her this.
Under normal lighting, the makeup doesn't look that extreme. The only thing, like as constructive criticism I'll probably say is, you know, blend the eyeshadow a little bit more, but I don't think we knew blending was much of a thing back in 2008, 2009, so
That is next level bright. Whoa.
I am Pod, the personal overhaul device. Who are you?
I am Liberty, and this is Bo.
Why have you put a boy dog in a polka dot dress?
Because fabrics have no gender, Pod.
Now, Liberty, about this look. Did you get it from the £1 shop?
I did most definitely not. That is an insult.
And how long does it take to look this awful?
The face in itself takes an hour and 45?
An hour and 45 minutes?
Mm.
To look like you've just head-butted a makeup case?
Yeah.
Is that a duck's nest on your head?
See what I mean? This wouldn't fly in 2021.
I'd say, well, I know they're going to say avoid, but it don't bother me.
I'd probably avoid because she looks like a witch from the 80s.
I don't like a witch.
I would avoid this girl because she's wearing way too much makeup.
Oh no, a man thinks a woman is wearing too much makeup. Who gives a fuck?
Pod computes that you are an over-the-top market stall madam who's splattered in slap. You need my tremorous travesty to glamorous majesty make-under.
This is so stupid. What a stupid name.
2, 1.
I would snog her. She looks amazing. She glows. She looks presentable. She's nice.
She looks presentable, like a woman is just an object that you should present. Why am I getting annoyed?
To be absolutely honest, I think there's a happy medium between how she was when you first saw her and this.
Nice too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like the mid-route between these two.
Look how nice the outfit is.
Well, it looks kind of like a school thing. She's cross with me. No, I'm not. Okay, that's fine.
She is. She definitely is.
Yeah, of course she'll be cross with you. Why, look, Mum, why can't you just say one nice thing one time? You're on TV slagging your daughter off. Just be nice. Fucking hell, it's not hard, is it?
Once I was in the swing of it, I loved it, and I could have carried on a couple more times.
She could look prettier with a little bit more makeup, not fake tan, possibly not so buttoned up in the outfit.
She could look prettier if she wore more makeup. Well, you know what? If this girl just does have like some confidence issues, and that's why she was overcompensating with like the I don't give a fuck with you, because that can happen, right? Well, I wonder where that's come from then. The confidence issues, if there are any. Well, a mum like that, who needs enemies? But that's all I have time for today. I will be doing a few more of these. That was actually quite tame. Not too bad from the public side. Because I remember the public being harsher than that. But we will do more of these. Don't you worry about that. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.